All right, everybody. So we've got a tentative race schedule on which I can kind of shoot for some of those goals that I mentioned in a previous video. And let's go ahead and take a look at what those races are right now. How's it going, runners? My name is Justin Thompson. I'm your average running PT, and I help the average runner achieve their own personal elite status. If that's something you guys are into, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you know when the next video comes out. Alright, so I just came in out of the cold, ran about 5.5 miles or so, and so now I'm probably looking all kind of icky and gross, and my nose is running and all sorts of stuff. So let's see if we can get through this. But what I'm really excited about today is that there is a tentative race schedule for which I am going to be able to shoot for my goals for 2021. Okay, so if you guys remember, I set goals for 2021 in a previous video. 5K, I want to hit 18:30. And then in the mile, I want to try and hit 5:10, or that stretch goal, sub 5. And then in the half marathon, I want to hit sub 90 minutes. Okay, so now what I've got right here is a tentative schedule on which I could potentially plan out my entire 2021 racing season, because the Florida Track Club has decided they're going to put on a race every single month for the year 2021. So obviously 2020 was a complete wash and nobody was really racing and things were going crazy and just wasn't right. So the Florida Track Club has committed to hopefully being able to put on a race every single month in 2021. They started in January with the Frank Shorter Mile, which they do every single year. And so in February, they're going to be doing a 5 and 10 miler here kind of close to Gainesville and Micanopy. That's something that I would really like to do. I won't be ready for a 10 miler at that point. I could run it probably, but I wouldn't be able to really kind of race it. Not that that's a really important distance for me to be able to race, but you know, it's something, if I'm going to go enter a race, I kind of want to try and perform well. So I might enter into that 5 miler and just kind of see how it goes. But here's the cool thing about all these races. You'll probably notice they're really cheap to enter. And if you're a member of the Florida Track Club, which is not very expensive for the whole year, then a lot of these races are actually free. So I'm really wanting to get in on a lot of these races, and you know, hopefully I can pick out some of them that are going to be like peak races. So in March, they're actually holding a marathon. They're calling it My Other Marathon Was Canceled Marathon. A lot of the people in my club, they signed up for the Snickers Marathon in Albany, Georgia, which was just recently postponed. So people are trying to find other races, or now they're trying to fill it in with another race here in Gainesville, where they're gonna do a full marathon. They're not gonna have a half marathon with it. They're just doing the full marathon. And then in April, there's a 5K that might be the perfect one for me to shoot for that, definitely a sub 19, and then, you know, later down the road, maybe that's 18:30 in April, and maybe even 18:30 on that day. Who knows? We'll see. And then in May, this is where I'm getting excited. May, June, and August, the Florida Track Club is going to be hosting a series of track meets. And this is really exciting for me because I wasn't real sure where I was going to actually be able to race a mile. But I've got 3 opportunities over the summer where I'm going to be able to race a mile and really see if I can get that sub 5:10. Maybe by August, sub 5. Who knows? I'm not real sure, but I'm really excited about those track meets because I have a feeling if I go ahead and do the mile, I'm also going to want to do like the 800 or something, because that's what I originally started with when I was a junior high kid in track, like 7th and 8th grade. I ran the 800, and that was the race I loved the most. So I'd be really excited to see what I can do both in the mile and in the 800. In July is the Melon Run, that's every year on the 4th of July. They do that here. I think it was canceled last year though, so to be able to get back onto that and do that. That's another opportunity for a good 5K effort in July. Obviously, it'll probably be nice and warm, but oh well. And then September, what is it? There's a 4-mile run. Kind of a weird one, but that's all right. October, here we go. So October, we're doing the Tom Walker 5K and 10K, but these are preview races. Okay, preview races meaning the Tom Walker Half Marathon, which you can see in November, is the very next month. That's my half marathon that I'm shooting for. November, Tom Walker. Okay, so that's my half marathon, but I might be able to squeeze in a good 5K effort there in October as well. So there's some really, really good opportunities here. And then, of course, in December, there's always a Jingle Bell something or other 5K or whatever. So that'll be one last chance to get a good solid 5K in there. So that's the potential racing schedule and for me, for Gainesville, for 2021. I'm really excited about this schedule, and I'm really happy that the Florida Track Club decided to do this, because I'm not the kind of guy that's going to go traveling far away for certain races or anything like that. I kind of like to stick close to home, sleep in my own bed, and then wake up and go to the race. So I'm really, really excited about this opportunity to and to look ahead right now and see these races on the schedule right now, and be able to think and plan a racing a training schedule based on this. So really, really excited. Now I might have to start making out a racing schedule, and then I come on here and talk to you guys about that. So that's my plan. I plan on actually starting to put it down on paper or in a spreadsheet or something like that, where I can see where these races are in relation to my training, and how am I going to fit my training around each of these and plan out the entire year. So really, really pumped about this racing season, and as you can see, I have opportunities to meet those goals that I set for myself just a few weeks ago. Okay, so that's all for today. Now for you guys, do you guys have some peak races that you are trying to hit this year? What races are you trying to hit? What goals are you trying to hit? And how are you going to build your training around your specific goals for your specific races? Okay, so that's kind of our question of the day, is how are you going to build your training around your goal races? All right, so head on out there, seek your elite. God bless, and I will see you next time.